Hello guys, Jordan Talks back here with another video and wow, where do we go from here? This is my review of the Browns and the 49ers. Yeah, not the greatest game for any Browns fans out there. And yeah, the 49ers handed it to us really, didn't they? They absolutely give us a pummeling. And yet again, we lose when the lights are bright. The lights are shining the brightest on primetime football. 31-3 was it the final score? Do you know what? I can't even. I think it was. But yeah, the game starts off. Odell Beckham throws a pass to Jarvis Landry for I can't remember how many yards. 10, 20, something like that. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. This is quite the unique start. Decent play to start off with. And then we go ahead to punt on that drive. And yeah, great punt. Nailing down in their territory. And straight away they go on a 80-yard run. Straight down the pitch. Untouched. Touchdown. Great. That's exactly what you want, isn't it? What sort of tone can we make in this game if that's going to be the way this starts? And that was just the start of a long night, really. The offense was a mess all night. I mean, this young 49ers defense, especially the front defensive line, they caused havoc all night. Especially Nick Bosa. I'm sure the media's going to focus a lot on him today after his performance because he was quality. And he just showed why the 49ers picked him second overall, didn't he? But yeah. So soon after they go 7-up, it's 14-0 and I'm thinking, oh bloody hell, here we go. So they go and attempt a field goal and they miss that one. So this is the kind of time when you need to capitalise on these sorts of field positions. And you need to get a score straight away. And to be fair, I mean, we did go down the field quite nicely. And we had a chance to make it 14-7. But again, the red zone struggles continued. And we got set up for a field goal. And then it's back and forth for a couple of drives. And then these are the moments which changed games completely. And it was a 3-minute span. So the offense looked like it was humming then. Nice plays, real fluent. A couple of big runs in there from Nick Chubb. And before you know it, we're in the red zone again. And it's 3rd and goal. And I think the pass was a very good pass, to be fair. A place where only he's going to get it. He doesn't have to stretch out for it. Antonio Callaway is... You've got to catch that. That has changed the whole game there, in my opinion. He catches that, it's 14-10. But instead, it bounces off his hands twice, right up in the air. 49ers picks it off, and they run it all the way back to the 50. So in 10 seconds, we've gone from nearly scoring a touchdown, should have scored a touchdown, to now the Niners are on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. I mean, yeah, that I was a bit peed off after that. I'm not gonna lie. And then on that drive, we have a chance to stop them. They go for it on 4th down. This is the bounce back. You stop them there, you can maybe regain some of the momentum. But no, they run for about 10 yards on the 4th and 1. And then the next play, it's in. So what could have been 14-10 is now became 21-3. And it's just like those sorts of plays you've got to avoid. I said in my preview, whoever makes the least mistakes in this game is going to win the game. I was hopeful it would be the Browns who make the least mistakes. Little did I know, no one would get off the bloody plane. And oh dear, yeah. And it could have been even worse going into the half because they missed a field goal at the end of the half. And everything that went on to happen in the second half was just rubbing salt in the wounds. Couldn't get nothing going. I mean, the defensive line for the Niners were just causing havoc all night. And yeah, I mean, we didn't make Jimmy Garoppolo beat us. We beat ourselves. And if you beat yourself, what chance have you got? Especially playing against an offense like this, who are very composed, and Kyle Shanahan's a great offensive mind. He always seems to get his guys in open spaces. But yeah, our third down defense and offense needs to improve drastically immediately. I mean, the Seahawks are coming to town next week, and they've looked like a good team. Personally, I didn't think they'd be that great this season, but they look good, don't they? And if the Niners can run on us if the Seahawks can run on us like the Niners did today, I mean, we're in big trouble, because Chris Carson's been going off the last few weeks, hitting over 100 yards each and every game. But yeah, for me, the 49ers, fair play to them. They look really good. They moved to 4-0, only one of two unbeaten teams in the league to remain. And their defense looks very good, I think. I think it can't be understated the leadership that Richard Sherman is probably bringing to them. Some of those cornerbacks seem to be playing above themselves, overperforming, which when you've got a great leader and that's someone who's been at the top level for many years, sometimes they can bring that out of players. So, yeah, fair play to those cornerbacks and those back-end players for the Niners. They play well, and the guys at the front, I mean, Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner, they've got some great young talents, and like I said before, I mean, people were questioning the longevity of Nick Bosa. Will he be able to stay injury-free? He showed why today. They took that chance and took himself second overall, because he can wreck a game. I mean, he was incredible. Personally, I didn't like to see it, but him doing his fake waving the flag and planting it in the ground like when Baker did in college, I mean, that was pretty cool to see, actually, to be fair. I mean, fair play to him. And after the game, I think he said he doesn't usually talk trash, but he felt like he had to against Baker after their previous encounters. But yeah, that defensive line was just living in the Browns' backfield, wasn't it? Didn't have a chance to get much going at all. And again, it looked like O-line struggles once again. The Niners, again, they have some nice pieces on offense. I mean, they don't have the superstar name, although I think George Kittle is a superstar. He's at least the second best tight end in the league, in my opinion. Only Travis Kelce is the better tight end than him in this league, I think. And he was on jet sweeps, wasn't he, and all sorts. I mean, it's great to see a tight end doing those sorts of things. And he's a quality player, and he got his touchdown as well. So shout out to George Kittle. I do rate him a lot. But with their wide receivers and their running backs, they don't have the superstar names, but what they do have is a lot of pace and an offensive mastermind who can get all these players in open spaces. Amount of jet sweeps, reverse sweeps, screens you see that offense make. It's very much like the Chief offense, where they get their players in space to make big plays. But yeah, shout out to the Niners. I mean, best of luck for them for the rest of the season. I'll be looking forward to watching the game on the weekend when they play the Rams. That's threatening to be a very good game, isn't it? And I mean, the Rams will be looking to get a win under their belts after a loss against the Bucks. Did they play this weekend? No, they didn't, did they? No. Oh, they lost on they lost Thursday Night Football, didn't they, against the Seahawks? So yeah, they've had back-to-back losses now. So they'll be looking for the bounce back. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be a great game. For my Browns, no time to dwell, unfortunately. Seahawks coming to town on Sunday, and hopefully we can pick up our first home win. But yeah, we'll talk more on that later on in the week. So yeah, not the greatest day for me as a Browns fan, but you know, you can't win them all, can you? At least we're not losing them all anyway, so that's an improvement over previous years. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, if you can leave a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Leave a comment below. How did you think the game went? Any Browns fans out there? How did you feel like we performed? And yeah, I'll get back to anyone who does leave a comment. So yeah, thanks for watching. And my next video will be uploaded today as well. It'll be my review of week 5. So be sure to look out for that one as well. But until then, peace out.